I think we need to check our journal because we've got lots of relationship updates and stuff.
Yeah, okay. Journal. Well, this is just updating us on what's happened throughout the days.
I meant the other thing.
I'm curious what it says about this. Just keep thinking it's going to be like a personal journal, but it's more of just an objective. This is what happened. Yeah. Relationships.
Look at Mary Ann's.
We dropped the subject of her cat.
Yeah.
It was a good idea, I guess. And Ashton's way up.
Yeah. Do you think the white marks were where it was previously, or that's like the starting point or something?
I guess I haven't been paying enough attention.
Me neither.
I'll have to go back and look through the different times that we open it up and compare them, because
like, did Rebecca's go down when we had the meeting with Zachary and her?
Good question.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's where, like, it originally started at the game, or if that's where it was the last time we checked. Don't know.
I never realized how big Isabella's head is. Look at her hair, like her forehead.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than our usual. Usually, the eyes are in the middle. Your eyes are actually in the middle of your head, but hers are actually considerably below the middle point of her head.
Anywho.
Buzzing sensation jolts me awake.
At 5 o'clock.
My body still wants to sleep, to forget what I heard, what I saw last night. But it's there, nudging, prodding at me. Slowly, I become aware of how awkward my position is, and the aches that accompany sleeping in a curled up position the night before. Even if I slept at all. The memories are impossible to forget now that Rose is gone. They say it's easier when you say it out loud. Instead, the words weigh heavier on me each time. She's gone. She's gone because of me.
I don't think so.
Gone because one letter I was too curious to look at. I should have been more careful. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I should have destroyed it before anyone else had gotten involved. I should have... The notification light on my laptop blinks incessantly, mockingly, when I look at it, as if it's calling me back to a sense of normalcy. I check it nevertheless out of the habit more than anything. 12 BRC employees. In light of recent events, there will be an all-staff emergency meeting from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Attendance is a must. Company changes, new hierarchy, and policies will all be discussed during the meeting. Everyone is expected to bring a copy of their own attendance logs and sales reports for the last 6 months to be submitted to your respective managers for review. We're expecting everyone's cooperation. Thank you. Joan Aldous Schultz, BRC HR Manager. If this were one of those typical days, I'd happily comply and get myself to her office. Today my limbs just feel heavy. On one hand, going will keep me busy, take my mind elsewhere. On the other hand, the place in itself is a stark reminder of what my own fears cost me. I should just...
Go.
Yeah. Staying cooped up is bad for you. Moping won't get me anywhere. This is just like one of those things, isn't it? You deal with it with a smile, no matter how bad things get, and hope for the best. Although my whole body feels like lead and my limbs are sore, I push myself away from the chair and head for the shower. The letter I dropped on the floor last night flutters open as I passed by, unfolding for no one else but me to see. Every word written on it glares back at me. They sneer. They ridicule. Like living beings fully aware of what they've done. With a huff, I pick it up and shove it into my bag. Perhaps with more anger and frustration than I'm used to showing. This, too, I'll deal with. Somehow I'll find a way to make things right. I have to. For it takes more people from me. Even if I must do it on my own.
Papers rustling, telephones ringing, feet shuffling. Overall, today looks like a typical working day at Briar Realty Corporation. Except it isn't. The air is thick with tension and unspoken questions. No doubt everyone present has already heard about Rose. If they missed last night's report, they'd likely see it in the morning news, in the papers, or on various news sites on the internet. Everywhere is a bitter reminder. In fact, everyone's giving me a wide berth, as though the mere mention of Rose would be enough to trigger something in me. It's appreciated, but it only serves to create a bigger hole in the place Rose has left. After lunch, my boss calls for a meeting. I don't have to look up from my work to know what it is about. He's in a strange, pensive mood today, probably out of respect for a dead colleague. Oddly, I'd appreciate it more if he just shouted at me today. Anything is better.
I'm sure you've all heard of what happened to Miss Cooper. She was a valued member of our team and she will be missed. There's no date for a funeral, yet, but those who wish to attend, kindly speak with your respective supervisors. By the way, has anyone heard about our still AWOL staff? None? HR, you know what to do. Santos, a word? In my office?
At the end of it, I've been given the entirety of Rose's workload, including finalizing the rights papers, and I've been promised an ample compensation for my efforts. I think he's expecting me to be happy about it. Instead, I immerse myself in the work. I have to, anyways, if I want to forget. Time flies when you do. Time flies when you do.
Immerse yourself in the work.
Yeah. And by the time I give notice, it's already late. Everyone's already gone, leaving me in the company of a radio and a member of our janitorial staff. I don't even know his name. Rose likely does. She remembers people easily like that.
The Luxbon Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
The radio blares one name after another. Hold on a second. Missing? Aren't they... Still, I have to check. Frantic, I turn back to my desktop. The loud tapping of my fingers against the keys fills the office for the better part of my shift as I look through everything. The background about the place, its history from the current owners, and list of employees hired under BRC. And I'm right. Of course I am. BRC may have a lot of staff, and they may have a lot of agents hired, but I remember those names anywhere. After all, they're also part of the crew who worked with us in preparing the mansion for the open house. Then the letters... No, that can't be. I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is...
Something snaps into place in the fraction of a moment. These people, Rose, the letter.
I need to... No. If it's like this, they still won't believe me. I have to make sure of it first.
Evidence doesn't lie. That's what Ashton often says, right? If I have proof, then maybe... I don't want to get my hopes up yet, but maybe there's still a way I can save them. The letter, my phone, papers, anything that will be useful. I grab all of them and stuff them in my bag. I can't stay here. There's something I need to do. There's something those people should... The noise cuts sharply through the room, stopping my hand short of cramming a pen into my bag.
Hello? Anyone there?
Facts.
Someone must have left their printer open again. I may be in a hurry, but if I don't turn it off, another person is certainly going to have a fit tomorrow over wasted company resources. What do you think it's gonna say?
Help me, help me, help me.
Most of the time it's Rose who does the nagging, but the clicking of my pen in my hand is a welcome distraction as I search for the said object. Each stride my feet takes also echoes throughout the empty workplace. I've lost sight of the janitor minutes ago, and with me being the only one left, the tapping of my feet against the wooden floor is something I soon learned to appreciate. It doesn't take me long to find it. By the time I turn it off, 5 pages are already strewn about on the ground, the paper tray having also been left ajar. Sighing, I pick each of it up to put someplace proper. But the page that greets me next makes my blood run cold. Oh no!
Help me, help me, help me, help me!
But it's in blood.
Oh, it's in crimson ink.
Yeah, my bad. The chill that makes its way up my spine is as numbing as that day in the attic. The sheets crinkle under my tense grip. All I can hear is my breathing as it rasps through my gritted teeth.
I knew it was a font.
But before I can even gather myself, take the first steps out of here, total darkness suddenly envelops me. As if hearing every horrid thought running inside my head right now, something snaps. A soft creak grating through the thin veil of stillness that has descended into the room. Every muscle, every bone in my body goes rigid at the sound. Familiar. So familiar now. Yet my own traitorous curiosity still presses me to take a careful peek over the cubicle's wall.
Why would you
Where do you
that?
think she'll be? Like, where do you think this chick's gonna be hanging out?
Maybe I want to. She's like hanging from the drop ceiling. Oh,
It's her. She's just standing there. Standing in the only exit of the office, albeit facing away from me. There's only one exit. That seems like a fire hazard. She doesn't even need to turn around for me to know it's the same misshapen face, tattered clothes, and unsightly gait. Bam. Oh, I thought she was gonna turn around. The same person in the attic. I take a step back, the pen I'm holding slips from my hand, and keep it in your hand so you can stab stuff. Right? That's a weapon. Her entire head turns. A scream almost escapes my mouth and I duck under my table as quickly as I can. I feel like we're gonna have to press the keyboard. So, my heart is pounding hard against my chest. I can hear the bone-chilling sounds of her walk, the weird clicking that follows her, and telltale squelch of something wet as she walks towards me. Nearer and nearer. The sounds are slowly getting louder. The only thing keeping the whimper from escaping me is my hand as it covers my mouth. I'm getting so nervous. Someone, please save me. Anyone. I close my eyes, muttering a
continuous stream of prayers, all while attempting to steady my own breathing. Please don't let her hear me.
What is that? Use spacebar. To stop the pointer. Oh. Ah. Oh no. Oh no. No. That's hard. I just killed her.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
I'm so sorry.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
When the last lines of my prayer have left me, all that remains is a hush. None of her footsteps, no those chilling sounds makes. Yeah. Only silence. I can't read. Is it safe?
No, she's gonna be right there.
Another second passes. And when nothing comes.
No.
What?
Ah! She's praying too. Game over. The whole game? I guess continue.
What's what happens if we hit continue?
Does it just let us do that part again? Maybe,
I don't know. Let's find out.
Maybe you can hit the spacebar this time. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, we're just redoing it again. Oh.
That's interesting. Nice. Oh, 3 times. So what happens instead?
Okay.
The seconds, minutes stretch out before me agonizingly. Is she gone? Slowly, I open my eyes to take a peek. I thought for she was there. Oh, I don't dare move or make a noise. In the face of such terror, I can only beg, let out silent pleas to whoever is out there. Please, please don't let her notice. Surely she saw you hide under the desk. You know? I want to live.